Alright, I20, the most important document that you will ever need in your international student journey to USA. So what are the documents that you actually need to get your I20? Let's dive into that. What is up guys, SubtreX here and welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be talking about the documents that you will be needing to get your I20 from your US university. And if you guys are new here, I make content on cinematics and travel and also on study abroad videos, so if you guys are interested in that, feel free to subscribe. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's start. So the first document you are going to need is your passport, of course. So the passport is your identity. It's an identity. It establishes the country that you are from, your country of origin, and your passport is basically your identity whenever you move to a foreign country. So the first document you are going to need is a scanned copy of your passport, especially the page which has your photo and all the other details. So you will need to upload that to the university. Okay, next we move into financial documentations. Now this is a very important aspect of your applications. You basically need to show the university that you have the funds to support yourself for a full academic year, that is both tuition fees and living expenses, and you have enough money to support yourself for a full academic year. So if you can show the university that and the university approves of it, your financial requirements will be fulfilled and you will get your I20. Now, every university, they have their own set of rules, they have their own set of acceptable and unacceptable financial documents. So for a baseline, I will be going over the IU website to check what kind of documents are actually accepted and what kind of documents are not accepted by IU. And then we will also scout some other university websites to check what kind of documents they do. Okay, so let's hop onto the computer into the IU website and check what kind of documents they accept for financial documentation. Okay, so right now I'm in the IU website. This is the page which will show you, every university has this page where they will show you what kind of funds you need to show as an international student and what are the acceptable evidence of financial support. Okay, so let's go over the acceptable evidence of financial support. So the first thing you will be seeing is all documentation must indicate currency and amount in liquid asset form. That basically is any kind of document you submit, it needs to have the currency in US dollars and the amount in liquid asset form. So this liquid asset is a very important term. You need to show funding that are liquid, that is money can be extracted by you at any point. It doesn't include like showing property or car or land or something like that, because those are non-liquid assets. So let's go over. The first acceptable form of document is your personal bank statement, that is your cash deposit, certificates of deposit, your fixed deposit, savings account, whatever kind of accounts you have where you keep money in your banks. So I will be showing the bank certificate that I uploaded. Okay, so this is the bank certificate that I uploaded. As you can see, the certificate contains a big bold letterhead, and it also has the signature of the official who handled everything, and it also has the amount of rupees in USD and also the current exchange rate that was used at that point. And it says that this savings account, which has the account number this, and it has this much balance which can be extracted at any point and stuff like that. So this is how generally a bank certificate will look like. Okay, let's move over to the next one. It says investment statements, which include clear evidence of the fund's liquidity and cash surrender value. So if you have any kind of investments, like I guess mutual funds or SIPs or something like that, where you have a big amount of money as an investment, then you can use that, but they need to be in a liquid form. So for the investment statement, my dad actually went to the post office where he has certain investment schemes ready, and he got this letter out of the post office. You will notice it also has the letterhead, the signature, and the amount of rupees mentioned. Next, we move on to business bank statements. It must be accompanied by a letter on company or bank letterhead stating the financial guarantor has signatory authority on the referenced account. So business bank statements. Then you can also provide scholarship letters if you have gotten any scholarship from any entity or even IU itself. Lines of credit, that is basically your loan. So I will be showing a sample loan document. A loan document should show that this is the amount of rupees which has been approved for you to study at this university, and all the other further details and intricacies should be mentioned there. And also government funding. You can provide proof of government funding to show that government is funding you for your higher education. Now, let's go over the unacceptable financial documents. So these are some unacceptable financial documents, at least by IU standards. That is your chartered accountant statements. So many people I've heard they talk about CA statements, where they have gone to a CA and the CA has provided them with property evaluation or something like that. So IU doesn't accept those kind of documents, which is clearly written in the IU website. Chartered accountant statements, payroll reports or expected income, tax statements, property assessments, statements regarding property, jewelry, cars and other non-liquid assets, which again comes into play. You cannot show any kind of non-liquid assets. You always have to show liquid assets. Bank statements lacking currency amounts, insurance policies, other statements of non-liquid assets, business named bank account without signatory verification. So these are all the FinDocs that are unacceptable by IU standards. Now we will also go over some details about personal or family funding. So these are certain crucial points that you need to keep in mind. That is, the name of a financial supporter should be mentioned in the document. The translated name must be on the original document, not handwritten in. The date, documents must be dated no more than 1 year, 12 months prior to the date classes begin. So IU needs the documents to be at least 1 year recent. Some university might have it at 6 months or even 3 months. The amount of available funds and the type of currency, very important. The name of the bank must be officially indicated on the bank statement. That is, basically it needs to have an official letterhead. Details about educational loans. Educational loans are acceptable for submission as proof of financial support and will be used to finalize admission. Sanctioned loan letters must clearly indicate the loan as approved or sanctioned before we will create an immigration document. So the loan letter, it must clearly indicate if the loan has been approved or sanctioned and for which university. That is also important. And then you can also get financial support from a sponsoring agency, a government, or you can also get a non-IU scholarship. And there are also certain guidelines for those kind of scholarship documents. That is, the name of the student being given, the award should be there. The amount of money available should be written. The duration of the award should be written. The degree and major field of study for which the award is available. And all this information, crucial information, should be included in the document if you happen to upload such kind of a document. And then again, we come across this point where all documentation should be dated less than 12 months before the time you intend to enroll. So IU needs it to be 12 months recent. Some other universities might not. So now let's move over to some other university websites and check what kind of documents is acceptable by their standards. So first we will be checking University of Maryland at Baltimore County, UMBC. It's a pretty popular choice for Indian students. So let's see the acceptable sources of funding. They include checking and savings account bank statements with a current balance, approved loan documents, scholarships, and graduate assistantship award. So if you have gotten a graduate assistantship or a teaching assistantship from your university, then the university should have sent you a letter which includes all the things like how much money you're going to get, or is it like a hourly contract or something like that. So you will need to upload that letter as well. That will be accepted as a source of funding. Documents cannot be more than 6 months old. So UMBC requires the documents to be 6 months recent. So IU allowed you 12 months, UMBC just allows you 6 months. So it depends from university to university. Now let's go over to the unacceptable sources. The unacceptable sources include real estate holdings, stocks, bonds, investments, salary verification letters, retirement funds, property, life insurance policies, and unapproved loan documents. So real estate holdings, stocks, bonds, these are basically your non-liquid assets. You cannot show unapproved loan documents. If you have a loan, it needs to show that it has been approved, it has been sanctioned already to the person. And these are not accepted because they are not readily available to you or because the value can change. Simple as that. Now let's move over to a very popular university, that is ASU, Arizona State. Now, what are the acceptable financial documentations here? Now, personal or family funds must be in a savings or a checking account. Very clear on what kind of account you will need to show. Other types of funds will be subjected to review and additional documentation may be requested. An official letter from a bank or financial institution dated within 6 months. Again, ASU gives you the time frame to be 6 months, and signed by an authorized representative indicating the account holder's available funds, which basically I uploaded. That is an SBI bank certificate letter signed by the official and states all the information in it. A printed statement from a bank or other financial institution will be accepted only if the relevant information is clearly indicated. ASU department funds, if you have gotten an RA or a TA from ASU, you can also upload that letter. Government sponsored funds, financial guarantee letter or financial support letter, which is valid for future semesters like academic year, will be required. Now let's move over to another popular university, that is UC San Diego, and let's see the acceptable sources of funding over there. So regardless of the funding source, all financial documents must be dated within 3 months at the time of submission to IACO. So UCSD just gives you 3 months of time. So as again, it depends from university to university. These documents need to be 3 months recent from the time you plan to enroll or from the time you plan to start your classes in US. What are the documents? Personal funds, checking or savings account statements. Yes. What are the criteria? It must be in English. It should be a concise 1 to 2 page document. Do not submit long statements that include transaction history. Very clear on what kind of documents you can upload. Statements from multiple accounts are acceptable and must be combined into a single PDF document. Online banking statements are acceptable. Indicate the financial institution's name, indicate the account holder's name, clearly show the account balance, be dated within the past 3 months, clearly show the type of currency, be from statements that show liquid assets that can be converted into cash. UCSD clearly states that you have to show statements of only liquid assets that can be easily converted to cash. Then comes your private sponsors, yes. Term deposits, yes. Now then again comes your stock holdings, investment portfolios or brokerage accounts. These are all your non-liquid assets, so these are not accepted, but only accepted if there is an accompanying statement that states that these funds can be easily converted into cash. So it's basically the university wants to know that you have enough liquid funds with you, that you have enough funds that can be liquidated whenever you need to, like within 1 to 2 days notice probably. Loan certificates, letters, yes. Funding support letter from department or government or education, other institutes, other enterprises, yes. Income or salary statements, not accepted. Life insurance policy statements, not accepted. Pension funds, not accepted. Tax return forms, documents, cryptocurrency, not accepted. So these are certain points from UCSD. So as we can see, the type of documents that are accepted, the type of documents that are not accepted across all the universities, they are in the same range. Some universities, they have certain extra criteria, but the type of documents are mostly same for all the US universities. Now, the third document that you will be needing is a financial declaration form, which is generally provided by the college itself, by the university itself. And the financial declaration form basically states the total amount of money you are showing and what are the different sources that you're getting your money from, what are the different contributors, what are your sponsors or the people who are funding you, and their signature on that. So that's your total financial declaration form. You can see the financial declaration form that I submitted to IU. This was provided by IU. Every college provides their own. So yeah, that's the last document that you're going to need. And after you have submitted all these documents to your university and the university has vetted them and they have been approved, you will get your I-20. So that's all for this video. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe like a snare, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace out.